Hello, dear students. Let's move on to next topic. VSEPR theory. It is valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Actually, in 1957, Gillespie and Nyholm is the name of the scientist, improved the Sigwick-Powell theory to predict and explain molecular shapes and bond angles more exactly. If you can remember, Sigwick and Powell has given his theory about the structure of the molecule. Uh, and so, this in the continuation of this, Gillespie has given the angles and bonds more exactly. The theory was developed extensively by Gillespie as the valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Do you remember? It is the short form VSEPR theory. It is not the name of any scientist. And this theory may be summarized as the shape of the molecule is determined by repulsions between all the electron pairs present in the valence shell. If you can remember the Sigwick Powell theory, which I have discussed in my last lecture, let's see the theory and revise it again. Number one is your number of electron pairs in outer shell. Here you have to remember that I'm only concentrating on the bond, not on the lone pair. Okay, only the bonds are considered here. I'm not considering the lone pairs here. So if number of electron pair in the outer shell is 2, the molecule will be of the type AB2, means A and BB. So this will be a linear molecule and the angle will be 180 degrees centigrade. Now AB3. AB3. Three bond angles are present here. The structure will be triangular. It will be a triangle. The center it will be A and all the corner of the triangle will be B. And angle will be 120 degree. Now come to the type AB4. A central metal and 4 ligands are being attached to A. The shape will be tetrahedral. And the angle will be 109 degree 28 minutes. If our compound is AB5, it will give a trigonal bipyramidal structure. Trigonal bipyramidal means there will be a triangle and this will be bipyramid and the angle of the triangle will be 120 degree. But this pyramidal structure which is giving, it will give the with the bond 90 degree. So 120 and 90 degree we will find in trigonal bipyramidal. If our compound is of the type AB6, that is octahedral, and all the angles will be of 90 degrees centigrade. And the last is if the compound is of the type AB7, we will get a pentagonal bipyramidal structure. Okay, pentagonal bipyramidal. In pentagon, all the angles will be 72 degree and the pyramid which is being formed, that will give the 90 degree centigrades. So these are the bond pairs, their shape and bond angles. This was exactly the same of the Sigwick-Powell theory. Next point is A lone pair of electrons takes up more space around the central atom than a bond pair. Since the lone pair is attracted to one nucleus, whilst the bond pair is shared by two nuclei, it follows that repulsion between two lone pairs is greater than repulsion between a lone pair and a bond pair, which in turn is greater than the repulsion between two bond pairs. Don't forget this line. Lone pair is greater than lone pair bond pair is greater than bond pair bond pair. Thus, the presence of lone pairs in the central atom causes slight distortion of the bond angles from the ideal shape. Whatever shape I have just discussed, if in spite of bond there will be lone pair of electrons, we will find distortion of the bond angles and the ideal shape also. If the angle between a lone pair, the central atom and a bond pair is increased, it follows that the actual bond angles between the atoms must be decreased. Next point in VSEPR theory is the magnitude of repulsion between bonding pairs of electrons depends on the electronegativity difference between the central atom and the other atoms. This point we are constantly studying about the electronegativity. One more point, important point, double bonds cause more repulsion than single bond, and triple bonds cause more repulsion than a double bond. So repulsion of the triple bond will be greater than double bond than single bond. This was all about the VSEPR theory. Now let's see the effect of lone pairs. If lone pairs are present, how the shape and angles are getting distorted. So what you have to understand with the lone pair, bond pair means a bond is there. But if lone pair is there means only two electrons are there. How you can understand? Everyone can just try to imagine. If you are wearing a shirt, your hand is inside the shirt, okay, and if suppose you take out your hand from that shirt, then it will be loose. That is your bond pair, sorry, lone pair. If you remove your hand from the shirt sleeve, that will be your lone pair. You have to understand like this type of it won't have any solid type of structure. But if bond is there means my hand is inside the sleeve, and if I remove my hand from the sleeve, it is your lone pair. So how you can understand how it can be loose, it will not be any solid type of thing. So let's see how it is affecting. Molecules with 4 electron pairs in the outer shell are based on a tetrahedron. See here. I am considering this. Molecules with 4 electron pairs in the outer shell are based on a tetrahedron. In methane, there are 4 bonding pairs of electrons in the outer shell of the carbon atom, and the structure is a regular tetrahedron. This will be the structure of methane with bond angles hydrogen carbon hydrogen, that is 109 degree 28 minutes. But in ammonia, the nitrogen atom has 4 electron pairs in the outer shell made up of 3 bond pair and 1 lone pair. In ammonia, you will see that there is 3 bond pairs and one lone pair. Because of the lone pair, the bond angle of hydrogen nitrogen hydrogen is reduced from the theoretical tetrahedral angle of 109 degree 28 minute to 107 degrees 48 minutes. Okay, is it clear? If we will consider about the ammonia, the angle between hydrogen nitrogen hydrogen HNH, this angle will be 107 degrees 48 minutes. In water, the oxygen atom has electron pairs in the outer, 4 electron pairs in the outer shell, and the shape of water molecule is based on a tetrahedron with two corners occupied by bond pairs and the other two corners occupied by the lone pair. In this structure you can see that two bonds are there and two lone pairs are there, and the structure of water is bent type, and the presence of two lone pairs reduces the bond angle further by to 104 degree 27 minutes. So just you have to remember the bond angles. In methane it is 109 degrees 28 minutes. In ammonia, it is decreasing and it is becoming 107 degree 48 minutes. In water, the angle is 104 degree 27 minutes. Okay, and the angle is decreasing because of the lone pairs of electron. Actually, the lone pairs repel and to the bond pair, and the repulsion is maximum. Means if more repulsion will be done, then that will be difficult. If you will stretch your hand completely, when you stretch your hand and it is straight, that is much is the repulsion. Okay, in a similar way, SF6. Let's do here SF6. It has 6 bond pairs in the outer shell and is regular octahedron. If you have to draw the shape of SF6, I will write sulfur, F, 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 F. This is octahedron structure, and every angle is 90 degree, exactly 90 degree. In BrF5, the bromine also has 6 outer pairs of electrons made up of 5 bond pairs and 1 lone pair. The lone pair reduces the bond angle to 84 degree 30 minutes. Here it was 90 degree in octahedron. But in BrF5, since there is one lone pair of electrons, so the angle is reducing to 84 degree 30 minutes. Whilst it might be expected that two lone pairs would distort the bond angles in an octahedron still further. In XeF4, if we will consider this molecule XeF4, xenon tetrafluoride, the angles are 90 degree. This is because the lone pairs are trans to each other in the octahedron, and hence the atoms have a regular square planar arrangement. Molecules with 5 pairs of electrons are all based on a trigonal bipyramidal AB5 type of molecule. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lone pairs distort the structure, as I have discussed for tetrahedron, octahedron. The lone pairs always occupy the equatorial position in triangle rather than the apical position. Thus, in the I3 minus ion, the central iodine atom has 5 electron pairs in the outer shell, made of 2 bond pairs and 3 lone pairs. The lone pairs occupy all 3 equatorial position. This position they will occupy. And the 3 atoms occupy the top, middle and bottom position in the trigonal bipyramid, thus giving a linear arrangement with a bond angle of exactly 180 degrees. See here. Trigonal bipyramidal. If we will take PCl5, this will give a regular trigonal bipyramidal structure. If I will take SF4, it will give a Sawhurst type of structure. If I will consider ClF3, you can make the structure, it will give a T-shaped structure. If I will take I3 minus, we will get a linear structure. So if you want to understand it more properly, draw the structure of PCl5, SF4, ClI3 and I3 minus. What you have to do, that you have to show the bond pairs and lone pairs. Okay, as I have said that lone pairs means the shirt sleeve without the hand, means it will not have any regular shape. So we will leave that point and we will consider on the bond pairs, and then we will get the particular structure of sawhorse type, T-shaped, whatever the shape I am discussing, that is due to the bond pairs. Do remember. Okay, lone pairs are only responsible for repulsion and distorting the shape of the molecule. Okay, now let's see some examples by using the VSEPR theory. But before that, let's revise the structures again. Linear geometry means AB2 type of molecule. Okay, this is A, B, B. You have to learn it. Okay, and no bonding pairs means no lone pairs. Only bond pairs are present. So the molecule will give a linear geometry. Examples are BeH2, CO2, SCN. This is the linear shape. For AB3 type of molecule, if model should have been in my hand, I have shown you, would have been more clear to you, that you can see that it will not be in a plane. One will above the plane, means a triangular type of structure will be formed. Okay, this is A, B, B, B. This is AB3 type of molecule, shows triangular planar geometry. 3 electron system, electron pair geometry will be trigonal planar. 3 bonding groups. You have to remember, no lone pairs I am discussing. The geometry will be trigonal planar. Example is NO3 minus. Now see, AB4. You have to remember no lone pairs, then the structure will be tetrahedral. Okay, tetrahedral. This type of structure will come. Here will be a molecule and 4 ligands. CH4. The angle will be 108 degree 28 minutes. So tetrahedral geometry, no bonding pairs. Example will be methanes, carbon tetrachloride and sulfate ion. For AB5 type of geometry, AB5, 3 will be in plane, making a triangle, and this is bipyramidal structure. Okay, AB5 will give you a trigonal bipyramidal geometry. I hope you remember the examples later I have discussed. PCl5, SF4, ClF3, I3 minus. But if I am talking only about the trigonal bipyramid and no number of lone pairs are 0, means you can discuss about PCl5. Next is octahedral molecular geometry, means AB6 type of molecule. This is an octahedral. For example, we can take SF6. Okay, in SF6, all the 6 bonds are bond pairs, no lone pairs. If Br5 I will discuss, it will have 1 lone pair. If XEF4 I will discuss, it will have 2 lone pairs. Okay, learn all these structures, geometry, see it again. Let's write it types. AB2 linear, AB3 trigonal planar. For AB4, when distortion will be there, then it will give a square planar. This is square planar. AB4 tetrahedral. AB5 trigonal bipyramidal. AB6 octahedral. Okay, learn these shapes. I think in next lecture I will discuss few examples using the VSEPR theory. Okay, try to understand all these and try to make these structures, and if you have any doubt, please write in your school portal. I will try to solve your query, and then I will like to move to the examples of VSEPR theory. So learn till here, children. Thank you so much.